on live on two separate um, shows, right? So I'm live on Facebook, ooh, and I'm live on YouTube. So we are today. I'm Angela Odom, and this is a Better You TV. It is a weekly leadership themed video show every Tuesday at noon. Wow, this is so cool. So on this show, I'm Angela Odom, Angela M. Odom, and I'll discuss leadership themed topics, do case studies, and also interviews with people who've been in the trenches, who absolutely understand leadership from a practical term, not just something they read in a book, right? And also, we've just started. I did my first author spotlight, which I will, after I edit it and all that stuff, I will share with you. It is amazing. And so we'll be glad to share that with you. So, the principles for the Better You project, which I am the CEO and founder, the principles are pretty simple. The first is as we are working on ourselves, choosing to be able to lead ourselves first, lead others. We want to make sure that we fill our cup up first. Our skills, talents, knowledge, abilities. Fill those up first, and then serve others from the overflow. So serve others from the overflow. One mighty principle, and then the other principle is to um, respond with a full body yes or either a complete no when others are asking, requesting uh, you to do something. It is you respond when someone is asking you to provide your time, your attention, your services, right? And so the Better You TV, it's so much going on. You might be tempted to be sad or something. What I want you to do, and I encourage you to do, that is women leaders who are in positions of, good morning, Carrie, who are in the positions are of authority, power, and influence, right? And that could be, the person that like, I've made it, or the person, the woman, the man, really, who is saying, you know what, I, I think I have a handle on this thing, but there is so much more for me to learn so that I can, help others, serve others, help myself, all those things. And so we want to continue to grow as we do this. So today's topic is you have not because you ask not, right? Have not because you ask not. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you to encourage you really to like, share, comment. Go ahead and start watch parties. Tell somebody about the Better You TV show every Tuesday at noon on Angela M. Odom on my Facebook page. And in the meantime, if there was any question that you have, you just drop those down in the comments. And, we're going to get to them. We're going to get to at least most of them, right? So today, one of the things I do is when I go to restaurants, right, and the service is good. I will ask. I'm as far as a tip, I do the right thing. Whatever that 3%, 5%, 10%, whatever that is. I will do that if the service is good. If the service is not, then I won't. I mean, I pay my bill and keep going, or whomever I'm with. We pay the bill and we keep going. Um, However, when the service is good, right? And this is about the topic today is you have not because you ask not, right? So, Waffle House. I like the Waffle House. How about that? They're like on every corner. I like eating out a lot, right? Not the best cook in the world. I am the best eater. How about that? I will try all different types of foods. So sometimes, most of the time, right? When I'm at a restaurant and there's a young person, I mean, somebody probably 30 and under, right? Because I'm a seasoned woman. And so I feel it my obligation, my responsibility to teach and to give back, to pay it forward. So much has been given to me. Hey, Monique. So much has been given to me. So it is my responsibility, I believe, to teach, mentor, coach others. Right. And so what I did today is what I do often when I go out to eat somewhere, and the service is good. Um, and so the young lady, I had what I love, right? I had grits. I'm from Mississippi. I like grits. So I had grits, eggs, toast, and some bacon. And the young lady, did what she's supposed to do, pleasant, come back, check on you, all that kind of stuff. Nothing extraordinary, but yes, decent service. I'm good, pleasant. I'm good. Oh, by the way, everything was delicious. I don't have any idea why she gave me like 6 pieces of bacon though. Good morning, Monique. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, how did I order 6 pieces of bacon? I ate all of them, by the way. So anyway, she gives me my ticket, and I just put my debit card down, and she says, "Oh, you can just go up to the register and pay." It's the Waffle House. It's no big deal, right? So I sat there for a few minutes, and I was on my phone doing something, and she comes back and she says, "Oh, you know what? I will go ahead and take this for you." And I looked up at her, and I said, "Okay." And I stopped her, and I said, "Well, how do I give you a tip? Because it's a debit card. I didn't have any cash." And she said, "Oh, I'll bring back the ticket and then you just write it on there." So when she did that, and so you have not because you ask not. And so I asked her, I said, "Oh," she brought it back. And I said, "Well, how much should I tip you?" Not loud or anything, none of that kind of stuff. I just said, "Well, how much should I tip you?" And the usual response when I ask a waitress this question is, "Oh, it's that whole I'm not sure of myself body language. It is that whatever is fine, right?" And so I stop, and there's no one around. Her bosses are not around, and that kind of stuff, right? So I stop and I say, "Listen, I'm asking how much should I tip you? I understand you don't know me, you don't understand my personality, and you might get a bunch of rude and loud people in here, people who might be indignant when you say tip this amount. I'm not that person. So I ask you again, and I'm just like this, right? How much should I tip you?" And again, I don't, well, whatever you feel, well, that whole body language thing, I'm not sure myself, kind of. So I stop her and I say, "Listen, I'm on it. Is it okay if I show you how to answer the question?" "Yes, ma'am." That's what she said. "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Well, one, you could say, well, oh, 50 would be good, but whatever you want." And she was like, 50. Right? She said, and I said, "Yes." I said, "So um, let's do it again. Now, how much should I tip you?" And it pained her, to say 50, as if that was like, "Oh my God, too much." So I said, "I'm going to tip you $50. Right? I did that. She began to cry in the Waffle House and asked if she could come out and hug me. I need you to understand that I do this often because I eat out often. And oh, by the way, um, it's okay. Right? So she comes out, she hugs me, and I say to her, most women undervalue themselves. And so I do this. I said, I do this because I want you to know the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Right? So we don't have to be demonstrative in our engagement with customers or others. However, if we don't ever ask, the question is always no. Right? And so she says, "I just want to hug you." And so, I hugged her and I said to her again, "I'm not sure if you can even use the 50. And she said, "Yes, ma'am, I could use it." And I said, "Okay, go get yourself together before you go back to work." Right. And then I said to her, "It's okay to ask. It's okay to ask." And she said, "Yes, ma'am, I will ask." And I believed her. I don't know what else in her life she's not asking for or feeling like, oh, let me just maintain the status quo. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, we have not because we ask not, right? I'm not saying being rude, nasty, taking advantage of people. What I'm saying is in our everyday lives, right? So the principle of the Better You Project is to fill your cup up first, as in skills and talents, right? And then you serve others from the overflow. So we're so busy doing that the other way around, right? Whereas we're serving so many people that when we are, it's time for us to be filled up, we feel like we have to ask permission to even take care of ourselves. That's my experience, right? I'm talking to you about me. So I'm the lady, right, at the restaurant, the seasoned lady there. And all I wanted to do that day, I wanted some bacon, by the way. The lady gave me 6 pieces of bacon. It was delicious. She gave me 6 pieces of bacon. Um, right? And the bottom line is um, it's okay. It's okay to receive. I gave her the 50 because that's my norm. She has no idea, right? Is other places. I do the same thing at other places because it is simply a way to get her attention, get that person's attention at that time. And oh, by the way, um, it's just my way to give back. So I'm not telling you this to brag that, oh, I gave $50. I'm telling you to pay it forward, to teach. And so that money um, for her might be just a shift she needs to start to, stand in her own truth, right? To ask for more of her life for herself. I don't know. I'm just paying it forward. Somebody did it to me, did it for me. They didn't give me $50 though. So anyway, and then of course the second principle is to respond with a full body yes or either a complete no when someone is asking for your. This is for when somebody's asking for your time, your energy, your effort, right? Your resources. Then you want to respond with a full body yes or either a complete no. Carrie says this also explains why you got 5 or 6 slices of bacon. No, she gave me the bacon first, Carrie. She gave me the bacon first. That was all over. That was all the bacon was. Oh, and I got raisin bread. I got raisin bread. That was so good. I was like, okay, thank you. I was going out on a limb trying something different. But anyway, so the other part of that is I'm just going to share a cleaner's experience with you, right? Your energy asked for it. My energy did. I enjoyed that bacon and the raisin bread. So I did a workshop at the end of December 14th. I bought a brand new suit. I was looking boom, 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 right? I mean, I felt good. The blouse felt good. Took it to the cleaners. I have makeup things on the collar. Took it to the cleaners like that Monday after, because it was a Saturday event. So on that Monday, I dropped it off at the cleaners that I've been going to for the last 4 years. Service is good, nice customer service, all that kind of stuff, no issues. And I dropped it off, came back. I think I came back in like that next week, whatever they said. Nice lady says, "Oh, it's not, your blouse is not ready, but your suit is, pants and jacket." It's like, oh, I'll just come back. I'll just come back for everything. No worries, because I don't like to split the ticket and then that kind of foolishness. So, okay, no worries. I went back. She says, "Oh, the blouse is not ready." So that was come back in another week. I was like, "Oh, well, that's odd." Okay, come back in another week, right? So now we're running into Christmas. I go back. Oh, the blouse, there's some spots on it. So they're going to redo it. Come back in another week. Now we're running into New Year's. And we did this. We kept doing the same thing over and over. Come back. It's not ready. Blouse not ready. So, so that was whatever, December, 15, 16, 17 or so to today. So I've gone back. I think I've gone back 3 or 4 times. And each time I'm like, well, hey, what's going on? I need my blouse. So today, the nice lady gives me my blouse, my suit. I pay for it. It's like, I don't know, $12 or something for the suit, everything, um, something like that. And then she puts it in the car because, you get like the little drive up thing. So I get home, I pull my blouse out, right? It's white, white, white. What month? So we started in December. It is January now, right? Holy moly. So I pull my blouse out, white blouse, and it just has like a black trim on it, right? Put my blouse out, and there are purple spots all over the blouse. Let's go back to we have not because we ask not, right? So I take it back to the cleaners and I said, hey, this is unacceptable. So either I said to her, my position is either you buy me a new blouse, because I only worn it once. Either you buy me a new blouse or you get these stains out. And so she gets on the phone with the people who does it, whatever her cleaning thing. And she's talking to him and she's like, Miss Odom is back. And, so what can you do? This kind of stuff. And she got off the phone. She said, well, she says, Miss Odom, I'm sorry, blah, blah. And she says, thank you for being so patient. I mean, you're not angry. But, I agree, this is our fault, that kind of, all those kinds of things. Right. And she says, please, just because she called me to come in today to get the blouse, the suit. And so when I went back, she says, can you just give me a little bit more time? I'll send this back. You're right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, blah, blah. There was other people in the cleaners. So I did not, of course I wasn't nasty and all that kind of stuff. I just said, look, it's unacceptable. And oh, by the way, I need you to go ahead and resolve it. I don't want to keep coming back with this same thing, but I'm not going to stop. How about that? And she says, thank you again, blah, blah, blah. So I left my blouse there. I go to this cleaners, been going to this cleaners for 3 or 4 years. And so I thought about that. And I said this to the lady when I was in there. I said, actually, when I pulled it out initially, I saw, a little spot discoloration down at the bottom of the blouse as when they come together and you button it. And I said to her, I said, really, when I saw that first one, I was like, oh, okay, I don't appreciate that. But however, that's going to be tucked in my pants anyway. So no big deal. I would have accepted it. Whew. And then I pulled that thing out, saw those spots all over my blouse. So what in the hell is this, right? So my point again is we have not because we ask not. We don't have to be nasty or rude, or we don't have to take away anyone's dignity or call names to stand up and advocate for ourselves. That's kind of unnecessary, right? And so, Lord have mercy, can I just get my blouse back? At the same time, I want to just impart upon you to ask. And, I'm using the word ASK, ask, tell, demand, request, whatever term you choose. However, if you don't, then the answer is no. I would have accepted that, right? I paid for that blouse a few times over with all those trips to the cleaners. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And yet I'm not angry. I'm just I'm frustrated that it's not done. And this again is not the usual service that I receive. It's when I get this is the only time, quite frankly, in 4 years that something like this has happened. And I'm just glad that I go to the same cleaners every time, right? And so there's no reason. I don't believe. Let me just stop. I believe the way I act and carry on is between me and God, right? And so not me and the lady. And so I'm going to be judged for the way I act. I'm going to be judged for the way I treat somebody else. And she, of course, nice lady and all that kind of stuff, really beyond her control as far as the cleaning. What her decision is to pay for my blouse or make sure it's all white and where it's supposed to be white. But that's what she has to do. But anyway, so that was today, Better You TV, right? Better You TV today, episode 53. Can you believe, first of all, this is episode 53? Right, that's kind of cool, I think. We have not because we ask not. We have not because we are conditioned and to be nice. We don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. We want to maintain the same habits, the same ebbs and flows that we've always had. We want to do the same thing so that everybody else is comfortable. I'm going to tell you right now, it's okay for you and I to make the other people uncomfortable. We don't have to be nasty. None of that. That's not called for. However, it's it's not okay for us to be displaced, right? It's not okay. So there you go. That's our show for today. And again, the Better You TV. I'm Angela Odom, right? Angela M. Odom, the founder and CEO of the Better You Project. And today I'm actually on YouTube Live and on Facebook Live. I think that is incredible. Like, let's just keep stepping it up, taking this thing all the way up, right? Today's show is all about asking, requesting, requiring people to do the right thing, right? And then, oh, by the way, let's get out of our own way and ask for what we want. Understand what skills and talents, what we bring to the table. And so, in your workspace, right? In your workspace, in your social environments, in your home, the answer is always going to be no if you don't ask, right? The answer is always going to be no if you don't ask. So go ahead and ask, request, demand, require, whatever term you need to use, but get out of your own way, all right? Stop those same habits, same foolishness. So we are, I'm in love with the quote now of the results of our lives are because of our personal habits or personal distractions. Personal habits, personal distractions. I'm in love with that quote. I think the man is John Deme, Dimeme. I don't mess that up, but I'll put the right quote down down below. I'm Angela Odom, and this is the Better You TV. And every Tuesday at noon, I'm committed to showing up and doing leading leadership discussions, case studies, interviewing relevant people, amazing people, and also, like I just started a author spotlight, and so we're doing all those things on Better You TV here in 2020. I know that there's a lot going on in the news, and again, personal habits or personal distractions. It's your choice. It's your choice. Go ahead and fill your cup up. And with that said, thank you for tuning in today. And I look forward to hearing from you and then reading your comments below. And so if you're watching this on, later, it's recorded, right? You're watching it, just put that down there. Tell me what's going on with you. And then give us examples of you asking. And tell me about what you think about that, the waitress at the Waffle House today. And the lady at the cleaners, right? All right, y'all take care. Have an amazing day. I'm Angela Odom, and as always, I'm ready for you.